By 2050, the United Nations estimates the world population will be 9 billion people. To put this in perspective, it is roughly the same as the current United States population times 27. Given the current agricultural rates, there will not be enough food to support the growing population. There is a need for a new method of agriculture. The answer is vertical farming, a new method of agriculture that has the potential to increase crop yields by over 800%. I'd like to take a moment today to tell you about why you should invest in AeroFarms, the largest indoor vertical farming company in the world. First of all, you may be wondering, how does this method work? According to Massachusetts University and their article on vertical farming, a new area for investors, it used a method known as hydroponic farming. This incorporates the use of shelves with cloth mediums on them into which crop seeds are planted. The seeds then use the energy harvested from LED lights above and the nutrients from the aeroponic mist, essentially nutrient-based water, sprayed on the roots in order to grow into full crops. Vertical farming solves two major world problems. The first being the lack of available arable farmland for the future. According to The Guardian, over half the arable land in the United States has vanished in the last 50 years. With the growing population, we will need all the available arable farmland for the future. Vertical farming is 390 times more land efficient, which means we can save the precious arable farmland we have left. Secondly, of the world's water, only 3% is freshwater, and of that 3%, 70% is inaccessibly locked in glaciers. Vertical farming uses 95% less water, which means we can save the water from farming and agriculture for people. Additionally, the indoor nature of vertical farming allows for year-round seasons and decreased impact of weather and natural disasters on the crops. This decreases the risk of spoilage, which right now, according to the USDA, consumes 1/3 of all products. Additionally, with vertical farming, no herbicides or pesticides are used, which means the plants are healthier and safer to consume. Finally, the ability of vertical farms to exist in urban settings allows for decreased transportation costs, as the products do not have to transport very far. With all these benefits, you're probably thinking there has to be a drawback. The main counter-argument most people have for vertical farming is that running LED lights 24/7 to support plant growth is costly and inefficient. However, according to the U.S. Light Energy Administration, LED lighting efficiency has increased by 50% over the past 2 years, and is expected to increase by another 50% by 2022. The second main counter-argument people have is that there's not a large variety of crops able to be grown in a vertical farm facility. The newest vertical farm facility in Newark, New Jersey disproves this point by being able to grow over 250 different varieties of crops. In addition, most of these crops are highly lucrative, thus making this issue not a problem for the investor. Now that you know about vertical farming, it's important to look at why you should invest in AeroFarms specifically. The main reason is innovation. Since their origination in 2004, the company has risen to the top of the vertical farming industry. They have received numerous awards and grants based on their technological innovations, and have used those awards and grants to fund new research projects to even increase their innovations. The best example of their technology is seen in their new vertical farming facility in Newark, New Jersey. It is the largest vertical farm facility in the world at 1.5 acres. Because of their new technology, that 1.5 acre farm can produce 10 times the leaf output of a traditional 1,300 acre farm. 1,300 acres is roughly the equivalent of an average state college in the United States. Finally, it is important to look at what an investment in vertical farming and AeroFarms can do for you. From Singapore to Dubai to Canada and all across the United States, vertical farming facilities are sprouting up across the world. It is truly becoming an international industry. The current market value is $1.2 billion and expected to reach $6.3 billion by 2022, an increase of almost 30% per year. An investment with AeroFarms would go towards building a new vertical farm facility. Being an owner of a new facility in a 30% increasing market will yield plentiful results for the investor. Financial juggernauts such as Prudential Financial and Goldman Sachs have already invested in AeroFarms due to their belief that the vertical farming market will continue to grow and AeroFarms will dominate that market. In conclusion, the need for a more effective method of farming has caused the agriculture industry to reevaluate food producing options, which has opened the door for vertical farming and AeroFarms. Getting ahead of the curve and investing in this industry and company will yield plentiful results for the investor. Thank you.